ABC Electronics. Today's video we are going to see an effective time management strategy to write the competitive examinations of electronics. Okay, so we are going to plan how to effectively utilize the time duration of exam when we are going to write these competitive examinations. Okay, so the total time duration can be in a standard way. It is generally from 1.5 hours to 2 hours for all the public sector examinations. That is a competitive examination time duration maximum up to 2 hours or up to 3 hours can go on a rare basis only. Generally it will be only 2 hours. Okay. So these 2 hours, how can we effectively manage, that is how to plan this question paper based on the various type of questions and based on various question, how to plan this examination. Let us see how to effectively plan our examination. Okay. So the examination, if you generally see, or broadly if you see, there are two types in which the exam one, where you can see there will be general aptitude and reasoning, which will be kept as a separate part, and your technical subject will be kept as a separate part. So in the forenoon session, if you are writing the part 1, which means the general aptitude and reasoning, you are writing in the forenoon. In the afternoon, you are writing the technical subject. Okay, so in that case, you only have to write this technical subject. There will not be any general aptitude and reasoning while you are answering this technical subject. Okay. So that is the second type of examination in which there will be separate parts, that is logical reasoning and general aptitude will be kept as separate part, but it will be in the same examination. That is, in the entire 2 hours you have to answer these questions from general aptitude and reasoning and from technical knowledge, but they will be kept as separate parts. Okay, it will be kept as separate parts. So while you are attempting these type of examinations, you have to first, my opinion is that you have to first attempt the questions from the general aptitude and logical reasoning first, then go for the technical subject. That is, first try to answer all the questions from aptitude session within the minimal amount of time in an effective way. Then you utilize the maximum time duration for answering your technical subject, because mostly the time that is mostly the mark division will be more for your technical subject. So that is the general scenario C. Okay, so if you're answering that is examination 2 type of exams, then you have to first take the division where the general aptitude and reasoning questions are placed, answer it quickly, then go for a technical subject. Okay, in some examinations, what is seen that these general aptitude, reasoning and technical knowledge questions will be mixed together. There will not be any partition or separation or division of these subjects. Okay, this general aptitude, reasoning, technical knowledge, all these questions will be jumbled up. Okay, in between you can find some aptitude question, then there will be a lot of technical questions likewise. So the examination can be likewise also. So whichever examination you are writing, for this examination you don't have to worry about this general aptitude and reasoning while answering the technical questions, because it will be in the forenoon session or separate time. It will be a lot, that is for separate time that exam will be conducted. But if you are answering this type of examination or the mixed type of examination, then you have to actually plan how to write the or how to utilize your examination time. So for that you need an effective strategy. Okay, so if the time duration of total examination is 2 hours, take the first 30 minutes, maximum 45 minutes of your examination for reading your entire question paper. Maximum take 30 minutes. Okay, so take this 30 minutes to read your entire question paper so that you will get an awareness, or you will be familiar with the type of questions. You may find very familiar questions, you may find very unknown questions also. Just go through your question paper within the first 30 minutes. Then you will be seeing a lot of different type of questions. And next, let us see what are the various type of questions you can encounter in this examination and how to plan these type of questions, or how to place these question papers while answering based on the importance, based on the difficulty levels, based on the probability to get answer likewise. Okay, so as I said earlier, take the first 30 minutes to read your entire question paper, or just go through your all pages of your question paper and see that what all type of questions are being asked in the question paper. Okay, or if you are answering a computer based examination, just go through your entire question paper once. Okay, whenever you are going through this question paper, you could find these type of questions. There can be other type of questions also, but general scenario, whatever you are seeing, in the previous years or in previous question papers, the main categories of questions are listed here. The first one is direct theory question, means you exactly know what is the answer. You don't even need the options of that is to answer the questions. That type of direct questions can come. Then the second type of question is actually confusing theory question. Okay, so you have heard of this thing, you know that you have studied, but from the options you are actually confused what is the answer. So that type of question is the confusing theory questions. The third type is general aptitude and reasoning. In some examinations, there won't be questions from general aptitude and reasoning. So if you are writing such type of examination, please examine this session. Okay. But generally, there can be questions. So that's why I have included. So from general aptitude and reasoning, there can be simple question. For example, solving a simple equation, or likewise a ladder problem. Likewise, simple questions from the general aptitude and reasoning session. Then there can be confusing word problem type of general aptitude reasoning questions also. Then next category is logical simplification question. That is, you need to simplify some Boolean expressions or logical expressions. Okay, directly from variables you need to, that is from the expression you need to solve for some variables, or you need to find the expression. Next one is circuit simplification, in which you can face questions from resistor equivalent, finding of resistance equivalent or capacitance, or can be mixed, or it can be from inductance, or digital gates, that is connecting of digital logic gates, you need to find what is the output. Okay, such type of questions is circuit simplification. These are actually simple questions. Okay, so this category is actually simple circuit simplification. Very simple circuit is given, you know what to do for this circuit, and you know how to solve it. That type of question. Next is number system problems. It can be either finding the sum of two binary numbers, or conversion of one number system to another number system, or finding the base, or taking the 2's complement. These type of question. Next category is word problem. So here you can find questions from I'm saying from the most important subject. Okay, from EMT, finding the characteristic impedance, or VSWR, or from antenna or microwave, or from the optical communication. These are some areas, or from the EDC, finding the there is doping, the carrier concentration. These type of questions are generally seen as word problems. There can be variations also, but generally whatever you are seeing is this way. Next is code snippet. Code snippet means giving some small code portion to you, VHDL, C, C++, or Verilog, or assembly language coding. So these type of code snippet type of problems can come. Then match the following. Match the following means you have to match one column with the another one. You have to find the appropriate pairs and write the what is the match coming. Okay. So here you can face questions from, there is some symbols will be given. You need to find what is the what component is that, or some Boolean expressions will be given. You need to simplify and find what is the answer. So anyway, there can be other type also. Match the following type of questions. Next one is network question. These are difficult ones. Okay, that is Zener diode problems. Generally they are not very simple. They are confusing, and even though you may be knowing the answer, take some time. Then op-amp type of question. Then diode problems, or mixed problems, which may have circuits with inductors, capacitors, resistors, or sometimes the complex terms will be given. You need to find whether current or voltage across any component. These type of questions. Okay. Then next one is confusing numerical type of questions. This can be from the word problem, or it can be from these network areas. Confusing numerical questions generally. Then the last category I have included is graphical questions. I have skipped one session here because I have already included that here. That is a confusing theory questions. Then the last section which I have included is graphical questions, in which some graph will be given to you. Can be either Smith chart or some output waveform. You need to identify what sort of a circuit is that, or some waveform will be given, some carriers will be given. You need to find what is that waveform based on the carrier. So generally graphical type of questions. Some graph will be given. From that graph you need to take the values and you need to do some problem. Okay, so that type of question. Smith chart can also come in graphical session. Okay, so these are the general categories of questions which you face in these examinations. Now let us see how to order this question to have an effective time management strategy. Next, let's see how to order these type of questions in an effective way to have an effective time management. Okay, so I have numbered the order of these categories of questions. There are 13 type of, these are not actually questions, these are some areas. Okay, so the first one is direct theory questions. These are very easy one. You know the exact answer. You don't even need to look into the options. So you can take the first 30 minutes to actually answer these questions also along with your reading. So while answering, that is while you are reading, you know, that is you have seen this question, directly answer the question. Okay, so take the first 30 minutes to answer these direct questions. Next, second one is simple logic simplifications, because most of the time this can be easy. If you know at least basics of Boolean simplifications, you can answer these type of questions. Okay, so also if you have done 2 or 3 questions, it is very easy, because most of the people are very efficient in solving these logical or Boolean simplification expression type of questions. Okay, so try to do those questions whichever you have seen nextly, that is after you do this direct theory. So during the first 30 minutes, actually you need to mark the type of questions also along with reading. Whenever you are reading, try to, if you that is whenever you are seeing these type of questions, try to mark the there is some symbols or some letters in the side of this question, so that it is easy while you are trying to answer after this first 30 minutes. Okay, so while you are reading, try to give some symbolic representation that this question belongs to this category, so that it is easy for you to start answering after this first 30 minutes. Okay, so the next step of questions will be this Boolean simplifications. The third type of questions is from number systems, because the number system questions are also not very confusing, because number system questions, we know what are the categories of questions that can come. If you are good enough, or if you have done a good practice, you will be 90% of the time you will be able to answer. So try to go for the number system third. Next, the fourth type is simple general aptitude and reason. You know exactly what is the thing you need to do for this question. You know the direct equation, or you know how to solve this question or expression. So try to solve this reasoning and general aptitude simple type in the fourth question. Then fifth, you need to go for circuit simplification of resistor equivalent or capacitance equivalent or inductance equivalent, or it can be connection of logic gates. So answer that nextly. Then sixth type, you have to answer the word problems. Okay, so you know that word problems are little bit time consuming. So that's why I have placed in the sixth. But if you could figure out what you need to actually answer for this question after reading the word problem means some sentences will be given to you. You need to read the sentence and you need to find first what you need to answer. Then you need to answer the question. So that type of questions are word problems. Example, the optical communication or EMT question or antenna questions. But these questions can't be much tough, can be also, but there are high probability that you may get the answer. So you have to answer it sixthly. Then seventh, that is in the seventh question, I have kept the code snippet type of questions. In this code snippet, also it cannot be very difficult. So try to answer that in the seventh position. So here you can find questions from VHDL, C, C++, Verilog or assembly language. So practice those questions also and answer it seventhly. Then eighth position is given to match the following questions. That are also very time consuming, but it is having some probability that you may score in the question. So answer that question in the 8th position. Then in the 9th, I have kept network question. So these questions, you are not really sure that you may get the answer. Sometimes the question can be very difficult. Sometimes the question may look difficult, but while solving, you may get the answer. So these categories are actually Zener problem, op-amp problem, diode problems. So try to answer that in the 9th position. Then 10th one, I have given to graphical question. Why? Because these graphical questions, you have to take the data from the graph. Okay, so some people find it difficult to identify the graphs and identify what data you need to take. For example, the Smith chart. Okay, so from the graph you need to take the data to do the numerical. So sometimes it is difficult. So that's why I've kept that in the 10th position. 11th one is confusing type of general aptitude and reasoning. My advice is that when you are facing these questions and when you are trying to answer this question, and if you don't find it in the first attempt or third attempt, don't go wasting too much time on that, because it can be very time consuming if you go on trying to simplify it. Okay, so that is in the 11th position. The 12th position is given to the confusing numerical type of questions. These questions also, sometimes while you are reading, you may not even understand what you actually need to do. You may not get the equation also. So try to solve it in the 12th position. If you are not getting the answer, please don't waste too much time thinking on it or trying to solve it. And the last one is confusing theory questions. Okay, in my request or in my advice, what I would like to say is that if you are trying to answer this confusing theory questions, you are actually having a lot of confusion between 2-3 options. Okay, so that please don't go for random guess of these questions, because 99% you may have negative marking, because you know that there is negative marking in all these competitive examinations. So if you are going for wild guess in this confusing theory questions, because you may be having confusion between 2 or 3 options, so please don't go for wild guess. If you don't get it in the second attempt, or if you are thinking of it 2 times and you are not getting the exact answer, please don't waste time. Don't go for random guess, because you may have negative marking. Because this is some time strategy or time management strategy you can apply in answering this competitive examination, and it will help you in actually saving time with this 2 hours. Okay, so I really hope that you found this useful. You may have some other strategy also, but this is my opinion. And if you found it useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also share this video with maximum of friends. And if you want more videos, please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and keep on watching.